Hmm. Okay. In the previous class, we started client server architecture. Okay. We started client server architecture. Client in the sense, it's an application or user tool like SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS. This is SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. This is a client tool. Okay. Client side application. Okay. We also can consider web application, mobile application, also client applications. Okay. And server in the sense, SQL Server Database Engine. SQL Server Database Engine. While installing SQL Server, we install the server, SQL Server. Once it is done, we also install client-side application. Client-side application. Okay. Why do we need a client-side application? In order to communicate with the server, we need client-side application. Through client-side application only, we can communicate with the server. Okay, that is client-server architecture. Okay. Okay, one second. So here, let us see the components in SQL Server client-server architecture. Okay, components in SQL Server client server architecture. Okay. First one is let me write like this: component and role. Component and role. The first one is client. See here the image here, client server architecture. Okay, here in this client server architecture, SQL Server Management Studio, it is there, and server also there. And from the client application, we are sending request to the server, okay, SQL Server. Okay, and server processes the request and sends a result back to the client. Okay, let me write that one. So that means the first component in SQL Server client server architecture. Okay, client is the first one. Let us see its role. What it is. It sends SQL queries. Okay, using SSMS. SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, I showed you that. Okay, using SSMS GUI, graphical user interface, or through applications. Client in the sense it is here in SQL Server perspective. We say client is the SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. It is the client-side application through which we can communicate with the server. That is called client. Okay. Second one is network protocol. What is the next one? Network protocol. So client application we have. How do you connect to the server? We need a network, right? We need a network protocol. I will show you that later. Okay, network protocol. So network protocol in the sense it enables communication. Let me write. It enables communication from client application to server. Okay, that is network protocol. purpose. Okay, what we use here, TCP/IP, named pipes, okay, etc. Named pipes. Okay, what is TCP/IP? It is a protocol. It's a standard protocol. Okay, for most networked systems we use. Okay, in the internet also we can use it. Particularly for internet applications only we use TCP/IP. Okay, and also this named pipes, it is local connection purpose. It is. I will show you that later in the configuration. I will show you that later how it works. Okay, named pipes. Here the thing is, the purpose is it enables communication between 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 client and server, between client and server. Okay, who is this? Jayesh Kohli. This is first lecture or second, and I have some confusion about what is this career. Can you give me 5 minutes after lecture, please, sir? I need. Okay, after completing this session. Okay, Jayesh Kohli. Okay. The third one is SQL Server Engine. SQL Server Engine. Okay, yesterday I told you that SQL Server, in the sense SQL Server Engine only, that we cannot see. We can install, but we cannot see. Through client application, we can communicate to the server. What it is, it receives receives query. Once it is received query, what it does, it parses the query. Parses in the sense, it checks the syntactical errors. It checks the syntactical errors. Parsing in the sense checking syntactical errors. Okay, fine. Parsing is done. After that, it executes the query. Once it is done, the server returns result to the client, or result. Okay, okay, this is okay. Returns result to the client side application. What does it mean? Our application. Okay, let me give you a small example. Select star from EMP. See, here it is the query. I executed. Okay, here first, the moment when you execute this query, first SQL server, internally server is there na? So it checks this query, it parses this query. Okay, parses, and after that it executes the query. Okay, so whenever it is executed, it will be operated on the database and gets the result for this query and shows here. This is our client application. Okay, now the fourth one, database. Okay, actually it is the one where we store the information, right? Stores data in tables. That means rows and columns. Okay, so client application, it is there. It uses the network protocol to connect to the server, and using SQL query, we write the query, and the SQL server receives the query. Once it is received, it parses the query, executes the query, and returns the result to the application. Okay, database, where it is going to operate the SQL query, database only. Our data will be stored in databases. These are the databases. Okay, so here database is the another component. It stores data in tables. Okay, fifth one, services. Services in the sense, we have SQL server agent. Okay, it is for automation, and also we have reporting services, and also analysis services, also analytical services or analysis services. Okay, so these are the 5 components in SQL Server we have. Okay, now next one is next one is let us see here the architecture, client server architecture. Here, if you observe this architecture, SQL Server, it is the server, right? It is the server. It is the server. And in which system we install SQL Server, that becomes server system. Okay. So here, the thing is, inside the SQL Server, if you see, it manages two things. One is database, our database. It will be stored on hard disk. See, hard disk. It will be stored on hard disk. This is called database, our database. And the next one is RAM. On this, what we are maintaining, instance. That means SQL Server, it manages two things. SQL Server or SQL Server Engine, it manages two things. The first one is database, which is stored on hard disk, and the next one is instance. Example, see, in object-oriented programming, after writing the class, okay, we create an object for it. We call it as instance, right? In the same way, here instance will be created. That where is that instance stored? On the RAM. Okay, on the hard disk we have database, and in RAM we have this instance. Which instance it is? SQL Server instance. Okay, now actually hard disk, in the sense, our database, it is a permanent storage, right? And RAM, in the sense, it is a temporary storage. So our instance will be created in temporary storage. That is called instance. Okay. In the client side, if you see, it may not be in the same system. We can install it in our laptop also. Tomorrow, if you work in any company, so they give access to the server. First, they install SSMS in your system, SQL Server Management Studio application in your system. Okay, so what they say is, okay, you open this client application SSMS and connect to the SQL Server. So suppose it is somewhere it is in a remote location. They give you user ID and password to connect to the server. Then in your laptop, you have a client application. You don't have SQL Server. SQL Server is somewhere in a remote location. Okay, but client application you have. Using this client application, you can connect to the server. They give you user ID and password. You are the SQL developer. Okay, they have to provide the access privileges, right? So they give you the access privileges, and your work is to create queries. Okay, what are the things, development related things you will do. Okay, you send request to the server, you get response from the server. This is client server. Okay, this is client and this is server. Okay, usually for practicing purpose, we install both server and client in our system. Okay, now it is like, let me show you that it is like, suppose what we have, client tools. Let me write here. In SQL Server, we have SSMS, right? So user will be connected to, first he opens SSMS, right? SQL Server Management Studio. He connects to SQL Server. Okay. Our database here only, our database, where on the hard disk. That means user, he uses the SSMS client application. He connects to the SQL Server and operates on database. He can work with database, our database. In the same way, even Oracle also, if you take, this is for SQL Server. Okay, SQL Server. If you take Oracle, Same concept here also. User, he uses SQL plus. He uses SQL plus, right? He connects to Oracle. He can work on database. Very simple. And also, if you take MySQL, MySQL, we call it as MySQL or MySQL, both are same. Okay. User connects to MySQL workbench. He connects to MySQL and work on database. Simple thing. Okay. Now, let us see the advantages of client server. Advantages of client server. Advantages of client server. Let us see. Here, the advantage, first one is multiple clients can connect to or connect to the server at the same time. Second one, centralized database control. Okay. And the third one is secure access. Third one is secure access. And the fourth one is efficient management and monitoring. Efficient management and monitoring. Okay. So multiple clients can connect to the server at the same time, in the sense, see, in the project, we have multiple SQL developers, right? So the admin, what he will do is he will give access to all the SQL developers. That means they can log into their application and connect to the server, right? So at the same time, they can connect and they can work together. Okay. So, and also centralized database control. We have a centralized database access and control. Okay. On the same database, we can work. And also secure access. Each and every developer will be given a user ID and password. Okay. Creating roles and all that I will explain later. Okay. Secure access and also efficient management and monitoring. Management in the sense, it is like properly managing the what you call it is like if there is any concurrency related issues, SQL Server monitors that actually. So automatically it happens. Okay. And also management in the sense, we have SQL Server agent, through that we can manage everything automatically. It happens. Okay. So these are the advantages of client server. Okay. Now, okay. Now, after connecting with the SQL Server, what we will do? Till now, what we learned how to connect to the server also, I show you here. Okay. Using client application, we can connect to the server. Okay. After that, what we will do? Our aim is to communicate with the SQL Server, right? Our aim is to communicate with the server. Okay. How can I communicate with SQL Server? Using a language called SQL language, structured query language. Okay, first day I think I explained that SQL query language, Okay, good. Now, so here, in order to communicate, with the SQL server, a language is needed. Okay, and that language is called as SQL or structured query language. Okay, SQL structured query language. Okay, what it is exactly? Let us see. SQL structured query language. Okay, it's a standard query language. It's a standard query language. Why it is standard query language? I will tell you. I will tell you. Actually, in RDBMS, I told you RDBMS in the sense relational database management system. That means I also gave an example. SQL Server is an example, and also Oracle, MySQL, and PostgreSQL. Okay, all these are relational database management systems. So to communicate with the databases, what type of database? Database it accommodates structured data. In order to communicate with the databases that accommodate structured data, that means relational database, we use a language, a powerful language that is called structured query language. It is common for every database management system. You take SQL Server, SQL we use. You take Oracle, SQL we use. MySQL, SQL we use. PostgreSQL, SQL we use. It is standard language. Where in RDBMS, standard query language. Okay, standard query language. It's a standard query language. Okay, standard query language. Okay, nice. Now, actually, SQL in the sense I told you is structured query language. Okay, it is a language used to communicate with the SQL server that we understood. Now, so here, actually, user communicates with the SQL server by sending commands called queries. We call them as queries. They are the commands. We call them as queries. Okay. Now, a query is a command or instruction or a question, okay, given to SQL server to perform some operations over DB database. Okay, or DB database. Okay, now SQL is introduced by IBM company. Okay, and initially or initial name of this language was SEQEL, SQL. Okay, SQL, and later it is renamed to SQL. Earlier, okay, they used to call it as SQL. Okay, later they renamed it SQL. Okay, now, and the very important point is, I already told you, SQL is common to all relational databases. Okay, all relational databases. If you understand SQL, if you know SQL, you can work on SQL Server. You can use Oracle, MySQL, PostgreSQL. Okay, it is standard one. It is a standard one. Okay, now that means what? So here earlier I told you here how we connect, like this we connect now. Now see the same thing, how it changes. User connects to SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, he uses SQL language to communicate with the SQL Server and can operate on database. Oracle, here is the user. He connects to SQL Plus and he uses SQL and connect to Oracle. He can work on Oracle and operate on database. In the same way, MySQL Workbench, he uses MySQL Workbench in MySQL and he uses SQL. Okay, and he connect to the server and work on database. Okay, it is same for every relational database management studio. Okay, next, Okay, next one is it is a structured query language. Using this, we can give commands and SQL Server executes. Okay, but the thing is, it doesn't provide, okay, or it doesn't have full programming capabilities. SQL doesn't have full programming capabilities. Okay, like programming capabilities in the sense like loops, writing loops. Okay, in programming languages we use, right, for loop, while loop, like that we use. Na? So loops, conditionals, and functions, okay, etc. So Microsoft Microsoft has designed and developed an extension to SQL, and that is called as TSQL, transact SQL. TSQL. In Oracle, PLSQL. In SQL Server, TSQL. Okay, since SQL doesn't have programming features, okay, so Microsoft has designed a new language. It is an extension to SQL. Okay, that is called as TSQL, transact SQL. Now see what TSQL contains. TSQL includes all standard SQL commands, and along with that it also includes the following. What are they? Okay, procedural programming. Okay, procedural programming features. Okay, like loops, okay, conditions, creating variables, like that. Okay, who is this? When will be the next class? Tomorrow also we have class. Probably tomorrow is Sunday, na? We have class Gaurav Bhardwaj. Okay, tomorrow also we have class. If there is any change, then you will be informed. Okay.
The same link will work?
Yes.
Okay.
I will speak with them. Same link will work. Okay. If there is any change, so Monday will be the next class.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next, and one more thing is, let me tell you. Actually, 8 p.m. batch, it was started on Monday. That means just 4 days ahead of your batch. Okay, so what we are going to do is we will cover that whatever I taught them na, so I will cover that and we will merge with the 8 p.m. batch. Okay, we will merge with the 8 p.m. batch. So if it is merged, so we will I will teach from 8 o'clock to 9:30. Okay, maximum 1.5 hour class will be there. Okay, that means these demo classes are started at 7 p.m. but actual timings are 8 to 9:30. Okay, fine. Next, the second point is built-in functions. Built-in functions in the sense for strings we have date functions, we have math, etc., like that. Okay, next, error handling also we have in TSQL. What we use, try catch blocks we use, like programming languages. Okay, if you are aware of it, no issue. Otherwise I will teach you that. Okay, local variables also. Local variables. Okay, and control of flow, and also system functions we have in SQL. Okay, and also we have stored procedures, okay, triggers, and user defined functions, okay. These are the things TSQL have. Actually, it includes all the standard SQL commands. Okay, along with that, we have these are the features we have in TSQL. Okay, now come back to SQL commands. Okay, SQL commands. What are the commands we have in SQL command? SQL. Okay, let us see. Actually, based on the operations over database, SQL commands are categorized into five types. Okay, the first one is DDL, data definition language. Okay, data definition language. DML, data manipulation language. Third one is DQL, data query language. Fourth one is TCL, transaction control language. And the last one, fifth one is DCL, data control language. Okay, these are the SQL commands we have. Okay, so based on the operations we perform on database, these are categorized like this. 5 types are there. Okay, now let us see what commands we have in SQL. Okay, just see. Under this we have what we have. DDL we have. Next DML we have. Next one is DQL we have. After that TCL we have. After that DCL we have. Okay, now let us see what commands are there. Okay, now see under this, let me okay, under this DDL we have create command. Okay, create command, and also alter data definition language. This is data definition language, DDL. Under this we have create command. After that we have drop command. Okay, drop command, and truncate we have. Okay, under this DML, insert command we have. After that update. Okay, delete command we have, and also merge. It is the combination of all these three. Merge in the sense combination of all these three. Next DQL. Under DQL we have only one command, that is select command. Okay, select command we have. Now go to TCL. Now transaction control language. Here we have commit command we have. After that we have rollback. Okay, and one more thing is save transaction. Okay, save transaction. It is like rollback, but partial rollback. Okay, partial rollback. DCL. The next one is DCL. Here we have command grant command we have. The next one is revoke. Okay, so these are the commands we have in SQL. Okay, and all these commands are not case sensitive. All these commands are not case sensitive. Let me write that point here. Commands are not case sensitive. Okay. Now, next, where do we write these queries? Where do we write these queries? In SQL Management Studio here only. This is the client-side application here only. See here, I wrote one select command here. Okay, select star from EMP. Okay, so here we use that command. So, DDL create, alter, drop, truncate. Okay, creating database, alter database, creating table, like that we use these commands. Definition, data definition, and manipulation, insert, update, delete, merge. For selecting it comes under DQL, TCL, transaction control language. It is commit, rollback. Okay, TCL, giving permission, that means grant. Once work is completed, we can remove that permission, revoke. Okay, now next one is let us see the installation part. Okay, let us see the installation part. Here, installation. So it is the document I prepared. And are these specific to SQL Server? What is this? Or for other platforms as well?
So the DDL, DML, DQL.
Usually they are same. Usually they are same. Same concepts. Na? SQL is same in all the
Okay.
RDBMS. Okay. Now see the SQL Server 2022 installation. Okay, how to do that? Okay, here first let us see the hardware and software requirements. Okay, let us open this URL. Here first you check your laptop whether it is compatible or not. These are the hardware and software requirements. Okay, how much space it needs to install. Okay, 1 GB. Usually everyone maintains that, no issue. Okay, and operating system, Windows 10, in Windows 10 or greater Windows 10 it supports. Okay, Windows 10 or greater than Windows 10. And .NET framework, if you install SQL Server, automatically it installs everything. No bother about that. Okay, .NET framework 4.7.2 to be there in the system. And next one is where is this one? Installation document. Let us go to this link. Here we get everything. This is the one Microsoft website. Here, if you go here, SQL Server 2022 Developer Edition, it is there. You just see here. Okay, you just click on download now. Download. Okay, you use SQL Server 2022 Developer, not other SQL Server 2022 Express. You just download developer version. It is a little bit slow. No, SQL Server Express is different and developer version is different. Developer versions contains all the features. Okay, whereas SQL Express contains only limited. Everything is limited. Okay, let me click on again. Why it is not opening? Download. Okay, so once you download this file now, you have to click on download now. It will be downloaded. Once it is downloaded, you have to click on that. See here it is showing download now. Once it is downloaded, a file will be downloaded. See the back in this image. Okay, when you click on this, see a wizard will be opened like this. Okay, developer edition. First in this wizard, if you observe, you have to select the installation link, left side, installation link, left side you observe, installation link. So when you click on it, the first option in the right side, new SQL Server standalone installation, you have to click on that. Okay, once you click on that, okay, the next page will come like this. Okay, you need not change anything, developer will be there. Okay, you select that one and select check this checkbox, I accept the license terms and everything, and click on next. You go to the next page, again next. So though it shows you a warning message here, a Windows firewall message, you need not worry about that. Okay, just click on next. After that, here one more page will be there, Azure extension for SQL Server. Okay, if you have Azure extension access privileges or any user ID and password, you have to give that here. If you don't have, don't select anything here. Okay, go to the next page. After coming to the next page, you click on select all, select on. So it selects all the features. Once it is done, the next one is default instance, named instance. Two radio buttons it is showing. See, okay, you select default instance only. Because by default, actually it installs SQL Server. Suppose you have previous version only. Suppose you have someone SQL Server 19 was installed. Okay, so whenever you install SQL Server 2022, it shows you named instance like this. You can give your name here, SQL Server 2022 like that, or new instance or instance 2022 like that. You can give that. Okay, so if you have one installation, that means default instance, that will be okay, no problem. Okay, the next one, you go to this page, server configuration. You need not change anything. Okay, after that, here it is the main point here, database engine configuration. Under this database engine configuration, it shows authentication modes. Two types of authentication modes it shows you. Windows authentication mode, and the next one is mixed mode. Okay, Windows authentication mode, you don't select mixed mode. That means it works for both the things, Windows authentication mode as well as SQL Server authentication mode. Okay, once it is done, add current user. You click on current user. Here it is asking password, enter password. You enter your password and remember that password. When you select mixed mode, SA small letter, you see here, system administrator, we call it as a system administrator. He is the default user, and whichever password you want, you give that and remember that. Okay, and you install this one, click install, and it will be installed. It shows you like this. Okay, once it is done, that means SQL Server is installed. Now second part is SQL Server client tool. Here you need to install this one, SQL Server Management Studio. We have to install. Okay, once you open this page, see here, download SQL Server Management Studio. You click on this. Okay, a file will be downloaded, and you click on that file. There is something problem here. Okay. So you install that one. That means SSMS will be installed on your system. Okay, understood? So that is the installation part. Okay, fine. Once it is done, how to connect and all, I will teach you later. Tomorrow also we have class. If there is any change, then you will be informed. Okay, let's stop here now. Okay, do you have any doubts?
So the developer edition is it's like the enterprise with same features.
Sorry. What's that?
So
Gaurav?
the developer
Hmm.
the developer, is it the same thing as the enterprise, like from feature comparison?
Actually, enterprise version in the sense it's a licensed one. Okay,
Right.
licensed one. For developer version, we need not take any license. It's a free version. Okay.
Yeah, but it has all the features that
Yes,
we
it has
can see.
all the features. Okay.
Okay.
Some limitations will be there, but it doesn't affect your work. You can use all the features.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
Okay. Welcome. Okay. Any other doubts? Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, tomorrow we can continue this class. Okay. I already told you. Actually, the batch is from 8 p.m. to 9:30. 9:30. So whoever joins now, we will merge this batch to 8 p.m. batch. Okay. So first we will cover all the concepts, whatever covered for 8 p.m. batch. 4 classes were completed for them. That 4 classes we will complete, and after that we will merge with 8 p.m. batch. Okay. Fine. Still, if you have any doubts, you can ask. Otherwise, you can, sir, I send you message private. Who is this? Jayesh Kohli. You sent to me. Where is the message? Okay. Graduate and career gap, academic and learning, but can't able to getting job on fresher level and parents. Okay. See, who is this? Jayesh Kohli. So you have to learn any database, right? Even though you work on MERN stack or .NET or Java, you have to learn database finally, right? So it is better to learn SQL Server. Okay. In MERN MySQL, right? You use MySQL or what? Jayesh Kohli. You don't have experience, no problem. Learn first. You learn. After that, you try for the job. You will get. Okay. Any other doubts? So every day you have to practice. That is up to you. I will teach you the subject. But you have to practice. Okay. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, yeah, Venkat.
Who is that?
Hello.
Yeah. Please tell me.
What's the duration?
Suresh Kumar.
Yes. What's the duration of this one? This course?
40 days.
40 days. Okay.
Yes.
One more doubt. So nowadays, everything is like automation, right? So still, is there any chance to use this SQL query commands like DML or DDL or any prompting? I mean, AI is also included in this studios management.
That means you want to ask how AI can be used in SQL Server, right?
Yeah, almost all applications are integrated with AI, right? You'll also integrate it in future or already it is there. I don't know. So
see, even if you want to use AI, first you must understand the complete concept. Then only you can use AI. Okay, AI, it generates the syntaxes. Okay, you can prompt and it will generate your query also. Okay, but how it executes, how the logic will be depends upon your requirement. The logic will be right. So that you must understand. For that, you need to learn SQL Server. If you understand it thoroughly, then you can use AI. You can generate queries.
okay.
Okay.
So you are going to teach this migrations also?
Which one?
Migrations.
Migrations.
Yeah. Database
Migration, that is a
migration.
DBA part, database administration. Migration in the sense that comes under DBA, database administration. I will teach you a few things related to DBA, how to import and export, or how to take the backup and all. Okay. They are the fundamentals in DBA. Okay. Our main thing is database development.
Okay, that means newly thing means so we can develop that. If we are having existing on-premise servers and we need to migrate to cloud, comes in the database or this.
No, your voice is breaking. What is that?
Yeah, I'm asking that if we are already having some SQL servers, so on-premises, so if you want to migrate or shift from on-premise to the cloud.
Okay. See, I understood. See, um, what is cloud technology? In the earlier, if you see companies, they used to maintain servers in their organization's premises, right? So later
Yes,
they
yes.
started using cloud technology, and everything is moved to cloud only. But SQL server doesn't change. The way how you work will be changed. Okay, same queries there also you write. Finally, you have to understand how to write a query, right? So even though it is
Yes.
cloud technology, the same concept goes on there also,
Okay.
right? You are asking about that migration and what exactly it was migration you said.
Yeah, if it is in on-premises means we need to migrate that existing data into cloud by using SQL.
Okay. That's not a big issue. See, from our server, which is there in what is that in organization's premises, we can connect to the Azure and we can export the data to the cloud. Okay, it's not a big issue. Okay, if you understand SQL Server completely and if you know cloud technology knowledge, then you can do it.
Okay, that one also possible, right?
Yes, possible.
Yeah.
Okay. All cloud vendors have tooling to migrate data and update schema. All the companies, they are changing, na? So slowly changes are coming. Okay, but these are the basic things we must understand. If you know SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, then you can work on cloud. Okay. Any other doubts do you have?
Tomorrow the class is at the same time?
Same time. If there is any change, that's what I'm telling you. If there is any change, if there is no class, you will get informed. Okay, but class will be there 100%. I'm sure class will be there. Okay. Okay, fine. No doubts. Done. Okay. So I will share this document tomorrow, installation and all. Okay. So we can continue this class tomorrow. Fine. Okay.